Today I want to do something that I just don't do enough with you guys. Oftentimes I have everything planned out, dive in and give you some recommendations for mobile games, but today I want to just sit back, literally sitting back and kicking back and talking to you guys about what I see in the App Store right now and whether it's something that we should take a look at. In addition to this, there have been a bunch of games that I've been playing that I really do enjoy. I shared that with you guys in previous videos, but today I want to just take a look at what's in here and show you like my absolute and honest thoughts. This is a channel where we look at mobile games, free-to-play games on Steam and PC, and just enjoy gaming. So let's start out right here. Something that stands out right off the bat is going to be Devil May Cry Peak of Combat. This game is really a lot of fun. I'm an action RPG gamer myself, and being able to play Devil May Cry is really enjoyable, especially for people that have played the game on consoles in the past. One of the best things about this is that it has a 3-player mode. Essentially, you're able to play as 3 different characters inside of the game, and you can switch back and forth between those 3 characters. It's quite a nice mechanic, so you can have 3 different types of combat in one battle, swapping between what works best at the particular battle and even at the particular time. You can switch on the go. Now, this has gotten some mixed reviews. Apparently, there are some pay-to-win elements inside of it. We see that a lot in action RPGs. At the end of the day, I think that this one is a really good one. Devil May Cry, action RPG. You kind of can't go wrong. You decide if you want to spend inside of the game or not. Another one that's been really nice as well is Star Wars Hunters. This is an arena-style shooter game with a Star Wars IP, which is actually a lot of people are fans of. So it's going to be a hit just because of that. But it's not just living and leeching off of the Star Wars IP. It's actually a really good game with great combat and great battle mechanics. It's becoming more and more popular. I could actually see this one become a bit more of an esport. Now, maybe holding it back a little bit from esports is that it is Star Wars themed and that has a particular niche of player, but at the end of the day, when you're looking at combat itself, this one is definitely really good, and I would recommend all players play it that are into like arena style shooting games. What else do we have here? Another one that I've featured on the channel exclusively was Metal Slug Awakening. Now, I remember kicking back in the day when I would go skiing. And at the ski lodge, when we were in there getting our hot cocoa because we were freezing from skiing, there was an arcade machine, and it was a Metal Slug arcade machine. And I just remember playing this game like crazy, and it was so much fun. Well, I love seeing it now here on mobile as well, so that mobile people can get the play element. And obviously the game is enhanced. It looks a lot better now, but it really is still very true to what it was. Shoot, 30 years ago in the arcades. It was so much fun then, and it's still really a good time now. A great game that honestly I should probably play more here on the channel and put some guides out or something, because it's something that I really do enjoy playing, and I think it's worth a lot of people's time. So far this is turning out to be a, oh, Echo thinks all these games are great. And yeah, I'm kind of cherry picking ones out here that I think are pretty good. Squad Busters. Let's take a look at this one, because this is Supercell's newest IP. And honestly, I think this one has a ways to go. Squad Busters doesn't have everything it needs in place right now to be a massive success. But I do think that with the Supercell team behind it, over time, this very well could be a really long-standing, great Supercell game. Inside of this one, you're running with your squad. You start out with one character and you build up your squad as you go through opening chests and collecting gems and gold. And whoever are the last 5 standing out of the 10 players are the winners. Whoever has the most gems are the ones that are going to be the top placing. You could be busted, which means your squad can be taken out. It's a very quick, fast-paced 3-minute mode that is intense and really just a lot of fun. But it does lack something. And I think that Supercell is going to do a fine job finding what that something is. And by the way, I have a code inside of all Supercell games. It's code ECHO. This supports my channel directly, whether you use it inside of Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, Squad Busters, any Supercell game, it supports my channel, so I appreciate you guys that want to throw some support this way. All right, let's scroll down a little bit and find something else that's maybe a little bit unique. Okay, maybe not unique, but this is still one of my favorite mobile games to this day. Call of Duty Mobile is just one of the best. If you like shooters, there's no better shooter out there, arguably PUBG Mobile, but I absolutely love Call of Duty. I'm also someone that is the massive fan of Modern Warfare 2 from back in the day on Xbox. I loved playing the game. And COD Mobile really gives me that feeling of being back then playing that game. The game modes are there, the combat is there, the mechanic is there. It's really just a great one. And it would, if I could recommend one shooter game and you could only play one on your phone, it would be Call of Duty Mobile, even though the game has been out now for like 5 years. Even though one of its biggest competitors, PUBG Mobile, is really popular as well. I like this one because it has multiple different game modes, and I just vibe with the game still at this point in time. It's just really a great one. Let's look at some fighters here. This is another great one that I also like. I'm not a big fighter fan. I'm not a big into the genre, but I like the idea of being into the genre. Now, of course, I've played a bunch of Street Fighter. I think I played Street Fighter Tag or something back in the day. It was probably my favorite. And you still have the same stuff inside of Street Fighter. It's gotten more intense. It's gotten more difficult, not as core rooted as it was back in the day. But Street Fighter is Street Fighter, and the combat is really a lot of fun. Do we have weird? Yeah, we have weird settings. Let's make sure that that level is up. Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, two of my favorites of all time. I probably would lean towards Street Fighter being one of the favorites. This is a decent rendition of it on mobile, and if you like fighters, or if you're a fan of Street Fighter yourself, this is one that you're going to want to play for sure. I quite like it and have played it a bit myself. We're going to scroll down a little bit more and find something else in here. Something else that's maybe a diamond in the rough. Where do we go? You know, here's one that I think doesn't get enough love. Farlight 84. It's on PC as well. And this one is a Battle Royale style shooter. Looks like they got a little bit of, I'm going to mute this. Looks like they got a little bit of a tournament going on. Let's see if I can find some gameplay here. It's Battle Royale, anime inspired. A lot of cool weapons, jetpacks, and even really cool vehicle combat as well. I think the game is really nice, and it's one that, for some reason, and I'm not sure what that reason is, it gets a bit of a bad rap. I like how it's a bit goofy, but at the same time, really serious and can bring together some really serious battles. It's another shooter that I really like. I wouldn't go ahead and choose this one over Call of Duty Mobile, but I do like it, and I would be okay if you were to say that this was one that you chose to play. Let's find one more game that I think is something just super solid that you should get your hands on. What's that going to be? I don't want to leave you with one that's not just awesome. Well, I was going to say Warframe, but Warframe is specific to iOS at this point in time, unfortunately. So I think we're going to have to go with one that is just a long time great game, and that is Soul Knight. This is your typical role-playing, roguelike, Zelda-style game with some action RPG elements to it as well. Pixelated gameplay. I don't typically go and play these games myself, but they are really a lot of fun. It has mixtures of many different gameplay modes. For the most part, it reminds me of a fast-paced, futuristic style Zelda game that is really popular amongst the community that a lot of people do seem to enjoy. For me, I would play it casually, probably enjoy myself while I did, but in the meantime, I'll be playing the core games that I typically play. But again, I want to leave you with something that's a really nice title that is worth your time. Soul Knight, definitely one of those. So that's my quick glimpse through the App Store today. My next video is going to probably be a bit more of an in-depth look at what I really would recommend and really do some research on that, but I wanted to bring you guys something casual on a Monday. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and look forward. I got some live streams planned soon to feature some upcoming games. Keep an eye out for those. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.